prototype. We'll probably have it here next week.
Is that right? Well, good. That's finally good news.
Yeah.
To get that. So we'll try to get that in next week's show.
It has taken months.
And we were supposed to have it the first week of November.
First week in November.
And it's getting towards the last week of February.
First week in March.
Yeah, first week in March. And that's on the level 2. They haven't even determined a J1772 level 3. But this is what could be done, and I mean it really could be. Probably for most locations, you're going to have a big investment in batteries.
In batteries, yeah.
Or just the hookup from the power company is going to be unbelievably expensive. But it's possible to do this. And I would love to see one of these gas station type pumps.
It looks pretty good.
At up to 550 volts and 600 amps. You're not going to be able to top charge your lithium cell car with this, I would think. No. But you set that, if you know what to set, you got to do 2 things. One, you got to have wiring in your car to hook
that'll
this
take
up.
this, yeah.
A level 3 connector,
yeah.
If they ever come up with one, or whatever they do come up with for level 3 charging, that bypasses your onboard charger. This is direct DC into your battery pack. DC from the charge station and directly into the battery pack, bypasses your onboard charger completely. There's no AC component to this. And second, you have to know what voltage to charge it to. And we're charging our Mini Cooper to 392 volts right now, I think. Nominally a 375.
375, yeah.
If I pulled into something like this, I'd set the pump, for something like 380 volts to 385 volts.
Right, give you a little cushion at the top.
Right, yeah. So I don't blow up my batteries overcharging.
Right.
That's not what you're after here. This would be a quick charge would be like, you can put 75 or 85% back in the batteries in 20 or 30 minutes. Pretty easy.
That's impressive.
Now, the other 15%, you don't even need.
You do it when you get home.
Right, do it when you get home. So this would get you on down the road pretty good, and instead of spending 6 hours or something charging, I think it would work. There's a guy who's actually put in a Tesla Roadster charger at his own expense at a restaurant exactly halfway between San Francisco and L.A.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 400-mile drive.
Yeah.
They get 224 miles per charge. So at the 200-mile mark,
he installed one.
He paid to install one at this restaurant that's right off the highway, 50 feet. And so now you can drive your Tesla from San Francisco to Los Angeles and stop and charge. But, I mean, it'll charge one car.
Right. And this guy pulled up, that's
still,
it.
I mean, it's the high-speed charger, but it's still 6 or 7 hours. I don't know how this is going to work. If they had all these charge stations, what if there's a car parked at all of them?
Right. And they're there for 4 or 5 hours.
And they're there for 4 or 5 hours, then it doesn't do you any good.
Right.
Now you got, it's kind of like the gas lines in 1978. People getting out and shooting each other over using the charge stations. This is what we need. You want to do charge stations, that's what one looks like. Call Acre Wade and talk to them. They're really licensing this from TEPCO in Tokyo. And it's not entirely their technology, but they've licensed it to manufacture them here in the States. They're working with Coulomb.
I think for their little charge card thing, yeah.
Coulomb has been around for 2 years that I know of. They have announced something every week of the 2 years. I've never seen one of the chargers. They're like Unobtainium Plus. There's a couple of companies that are simply going to exist only on press releases, and I would rate Coulomb with the Israeli company Better Place that's going to swap batteries in the cars. They want to charge. Here's the problem: they want to charge $20 to charge up a car because that's what you pay.
That's what you pay right now for gas.
Gasoline. that dog's not really going to hunt. But if you wanted to do charging stations and get me to pay $4 or $5 for the electricity, this would probably work. You got to be able to give me 300 amps, you know, at 400 volts,
Yep.
380 volts for 20 minutes. That would work.
Yep.
And I think we may be on the market before they will. We're probably not going to sell one, but at some point along the way, we're going to stop and build one of these. It's not that hard.
Build DC
We'll
charger.
take one of these aluminum truck boxes, fill them up probably with lead acid batteries since they're cheap.
They're cheap.
And they'll put out the current, and we'll put the power in the lead acid batteries and have a little, you know, Arduino device with some IGBTs that'll do 600 amps, and you can dial in the voltage, and it'll dump whatever's in the batteries into there until it gets to that voltage and quit. It's not a full charge. I wouldn't use it to top off the car.
No.
I could probably fix it with Arduino where it would probably do that, taper off to no current, you know, and some IGBTs, and so make a little control box for it. And the trick is trying to make the control box where it'll swing both ways, where when you disconnect the car, it goes back to charging the batteries off of the 220 AC. And so it can charge the truck box full of batteries overnight, and you can be riding around your car and stop by the house and plug it in for lunch, 30 minutes, and you're
Get
ready
out of
to
Dodge,
go.
yeah.
And that could be done. This can be done too. I don't know if it will be or not. What other news have we got?
I think we have kind of newsed ourselves. I think we got a couple of things actually from a couple of our viewers.
We used to, in Board Watch Day, the most popular part of our magazine was letters to the editor.
Yes, it was pretty funny.
I was so lost. This got to be such a gig. We had people subscribing to the magazine to get their letters to the editor. Again, a very technical magazine. They didn't want to read the rest of it, and for good reason. But
if they did, though.
But it all started because I didn't know what I was doing in the magazine thing. And we had some readers that wanted a letters to the editor section. I didn't know you weren't supposed to answer them. So we'd take one and put it in the magazine. I'd write a reply for each one of them. And some of them were pretty silly, and I wasn't shy about mentioning that. But what do you got here? Maybe we'll get this going. You all can send me an email.
Yeah, we'll
read them.
We got an email address here. Well, let's see. So this is, I guess we can say who our viewers are, huh? Sure. They weren't Simon Wilkinson. Looks like he might be in New Zealand.
New Zealand, all right.
Yeah. Hi, Jack. I'm somewhat dubious about Sky Energy batteries. There are two different data sheets for the SE, the 100 amp hour cells giving different performance results. Is it a good idea going with the new kit on the block or sticking with the proven tested brand Thunder Sky? He's saying it's my position that I have to pick the lowest risk possible. At least Thunder Sky have ISO accreditation, have been around a little longer. What are your thoughts? Cheers, Simon.
Simon, the lowest risk possible, I would say, is a 1973 VW Beetle with a gasoline engine.
You're safe.
Now, is that a proven?
That's proven technology.
Chassis or not?
That's proven.
They've used that for everything. Let's talk about documentation. We're going to talk about this here in a minute. This is a Chinook. You're going to see it as an Elcon and any number of others. Everybody, not just Lotus, claims that somebody else's product is really something
is theirs, yeah,
and is theirs. But this is actually done by a company that's calling themselves Chinook Technology Company. For our purposes, they're really the Xinghao Electronics Company, and they're located on Hui Shui Road, the Hui Shui Economic Development Area of Lai Kang District, Qingdao, Shandong Province.
Shandong. Yeah, there you go.
Simon, let me read their spec because I found this interesting. We were curious as to the size and weight of this. The net weight of this charger is 6.26 pounds. And I'm very encouraged by that.
That's lightweight.
Because that's pretty light.
That's nice.
It takes 2 of us to pick it up. It's actually 28 pounds. Huge problem in buying Chinese products and documentation. And it doesn't get much better when you talk to them, unless you speak Mandarin. And it doesn't get much better if you email them.
No.
You can get any answer you want, pretty much. They're very, very interested to please, because, as what I've been told me, your glad acceptance is our warmest happiness.